What is going on, everyone? My name is Northy, and today I am finally, about time, getting into the round 10 team coach review. It has been a day since I was supposed to upload this video, but a mix of team coaches results not being updated until late yesterday, and the fact that I've been super busy today means that this is coming out much later than I had hoped, and the video I'd hoped to put out today is being pushed back till Friday. So hopefully this will be good enough for you guys. The round 10 review we will be getting into, but I want to quickly first shout out, I have created a new Discord server. I had been asked plenty of times through my YouTube streams to maybe go ahead and do so. That is what I have done. So in the link in the description, you will see that takes you to my Discord. Go ahead, click on that one, and it should get you there. It's a completely free and public one that I am moderating and kind of setting up, so you can discuss team coach teams, you can discuss what pools you've gotten, anything AFL related in general. It's all very, very open, and you guys can talk about whatever you want. But outside of that, be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and jump on board the Northy channel because everything is very much appreciated. And let's get into our round 10 review. And here we are. This is everything we have got to start. Now, there are so many frustrating things this week that I will be pointing out, but the overall consensus is it's actually been a pretty good one. I think it's not been a bad week whatsoever, so I'm not going to stress too much about it all. But I will mention that there are things here and there that I should have done to maybe get us a prize card, because I'll tell you right now, it is really frustrating looking at one thing on this on this board right now. I'm circling him, but oh my god, it's been a week. Let's just say that. We'll start off with our tips though. We always usually start off with our tips. We check at round 10, and a pretty average week for me. Round 10, 5 out of 9. We ended up getting the Gold Coast Geelong tip wrong by 64 points, which is crazy. I do not know how to describe this game. Just madness. And then we look over at Sydney Carlton, got that one fairly easily correct, even though I thought it'd be a much more crazy and enjoyable game. Although Sydney did end up making us happy. We got ourselves Collingwood versus Adelaide. Collingwood with just a win. Man, it was close. Adelaide nearly managed to pick him off if it wasn't for that controversial 15-meter call, but we got that one right. GWS losing to the Dogs at their home crowd. It just feels weird that the Dogs seem to have people taking them seriously again. I really can't. They just managed to get these crazy wins. If they had beaten Hawthorn like they should have, then I wouldn't be complaining so much. But I just can't tell with the Dogs. And Giants have been pretty good so far this season, but on a bit of a slide now. St Kilda losing to Freo as well. Just a worse score to make the year even worse. I just can't seem to find the good end of the stick, unless it's against North Melbourne apparently, in which case they're gonna win easy. Brisbane recreating the 2007 grand final with Richmond, winning 163-44. It's a big old win. Love to see it though, because it reminds me of that 2007 grand final, and for some reason it's one of my favorites. I don't have anything major against those 2007 Port Adelaide Power players, but it was just a big win and I liked it. Essendon beating North, as we expected. North looked like they were going to be competitive by halftime, but I had a feeling something bad was going to happen. And they ended up losing by 40, so yeah, goes to show. Power pulling off the impossible to give us another correct tip, 80-79. They were down by 2 goals with a minute and a half to go, and they've somehow done that. Okay, fair enough. Hawthorn fans absolutely fuming. And then Melbourne losing to West Coast, and probably Harley Reid's biggest coming out show. That was a crazy performance from him. The entire West Coast squad, Jake Waterman was playing fantastic. Just that entire Eagles side out of their skin. They should be very proud of that win. That is a massive one for them. But yeah, 5 out of 9. Nothing new. It is nothing new. We're always about at this point. We can't ever have good weeks. It's just impossible to do so. It's so hard to. But we're done with that. We're going to go to star powers now, and some goods and bads as per usual. Goods, Dacos was pretty alright. You can see Noah Anderson was high up there. Sheasel was close as well. He's starting to find the form again. That's one good game back. We got Merritt, who definitely was not our best player, which is strange because Merritt has been so good so often this year. To see him get 78 definitely sucks. Chad Warner was good. Sinclair was good. That's nice to see. Butters up there. LDU. Good to see North players continuing to play well. Lockie Neal. Caleb Sarong. Matt Rowell ended up being the best for the week, because of course he was after I picked him last week. I can't win. I cannot win in this game. Dynamo though, we'll take this. We will take this. It isn't Dan Houston's 136. But Hayden Young 108, we will absolutely take it. That's over 100 for me. And then Nick Martin, 95, like, it's not the bad performance, not the worst performance, but we look here in, like, Lukey Jackson. He's back to ruck positions. I don't know why I have not picked up on that. He is now rucking by himself again as Sean Darcy is out. Definitely have to make that change sooner rather than later. And then Trailblazer, another week where Max performs under his average and Dane Zorko plays out of his skin. I may need to make the change again. Dane Zorko, as soon as I mentioned, I'm glad I had him out. He's absolutely put on the, like, superhero cape, and he is gone. He had that 180 game the other week, now the 148. Like, he is playing so good. I may have to pick him up, but this team overall, nothing too crazy, but we are still ranked number 2 for Silver Star Powers. Can't be too unhappy with that. Would have really liked over 500. It always gives us a bit of comfort knowing every player got 100, but just not the week to do it, unfortunately. These two got over 100, but everyone else just slightly underperformed and just messed us up. For Merit, on the other hand, very much underperformed, so gotta have to hope for better. I'm thinking about sticking with them. Last time I had this dilemma, I stuck with the crew I had, and they played amazingly. And we did really well the next week. I think we got the 3 out of 4 prize cards that week, but may have to stick with them, give them one last shot. We'll find out soon. But we go to Ultra, and not too much change here either. We have Nick Dacos, who is doing his usual thing. 115 double points is great. Sarong, 103 double points is great. We had Whitfield, who played pretty well. 100 double points is great. You'll love to see it. And then we look at these ones. We already have seen the deal with these guys. They were actually our worst performers, which, compared to how the rest of the year is gone, is very unlike them. Very unlike them. So, I mean, I'm not too worried. Our double points all got over 100, so that's good. And that gave us rank 33. You just need some good double points performers, and sometimes that's all it takes for you. 817 is a really good performance. It actually brings us up a spot, I believe. I think we are now rank 2 after being rank 3. So we've actually gone up a spot. That's really good to see. And you can see, number 1 is this dude, Router79. They are 50 points ahead. We are 50 points away from number 1 spot and double point star powers as well. We have a big chance, people. Like, this is a very exciting time. This person with 1,006, that's an amazing performance. Congratulations. But again, I'm thinking, where do we make improvements? How do I really improve this team? It's kind of tough because the ones we've got right now, like, all these double points are amazing. 100 points plus from each of them. That's exactly what we want to see, but I'm trying to think, who is more consistently getting 100 points? Should I look for the likes of Sam Walsh? Sam Walsh could be a shout. I'm not exactly sure exactly where he is. There he is. He's in Mighty, which is such a tough one. It's so tough. You can see 68 he had last week, so it's not great, but he's had 2 really good performances before that. It's so tough to gauge them. Sometimes they have amazing weeks, sometimes they don't, and we managed to pick these guys on good ones. So hopefully we can gain 50 points on place number 1 and find our way back into pole position for this one too. But we're going to go over to top team now and have a look at what we're doing over here. Obviously, we are in pole position here. Some good and bads here and there. Heaney was a very good, the best, as per usual for him. He was the best one for the week. Isaac, thank you very much. Maxi Gorn, not so good. You can see there's some players in here, like Rowan Marshall is another week where if you didn't have Rowan, you probably didn't win. Oh my god, 171. The second week in a row he's done that. But I guarantee you, the minute I put him in, he's going to play awful. I guarantee it. Oh, I hate it, but Merit as well. We're having trouble in the midfield as well. Noah Anderson. We put Noah Anderson in last week. He gave me 69 points. I took him out 142. What is wrong with you? Are you serious? I don't know what to do. I do not know what to do anymore. Every time I pick a player, it's like I put a curse on him. They don't know what to do. It's so frustrating, but we just gotta take it on the chin. Move forward. Noah Anderson and Matt Rao having amazing games up in Darwin, like against Geelong, a very good side, and they had to play well. That's exactly what they've done. That's a massive game from Noah. 42 disposals, 3 marks, 4 tackles. Historic game for Gold Coast all around, and Noah was taking charge. That's what you want to see if you're a Suns fan. But I'm just looking through here. Who would be a solid pick? We picked Isaiah for top 18 sometimes. Oh, it would have been nice to have him. Just an improvement in there would have been great. But Nick Dacos, 115. I can't be too mad at that one. Some players here and there that are like starting to get on my radar. Ryan, every time I don't pick him, has an amazing game. So like, I don't know what to do with him. Sinclair had a good game. That was awesome. Needed him to play well. We had Sheasel in there too. So we had some good backmen who we had picked up that definitely make us feel a little better. But top 4 this week, only the 404. It was absolutely Merritt and Gorn ruining us. Like, if it wasn't for having Dacos and Heaney, we would be stuffed. But thankfully, we are at a point, we are at a pretty safe point, but I do need to see some heavy improvement this next week. I want to get as close to 500 as I can, and the only way I can do that is by getting the best of multiples, basically. Heaney is almost always a safe pick. We can try and find a better backman, maybe. If we can get Sheasel to have another good performance, I think we are up for something big here. Midfielders, oh, it's always a coin toss with midfielders. It always is. Like, we saw last week, we were 1 week too early for him, so it's tough for top 4, but we're going to go to top 18, have a look here, and there's some good performance here and there. Forward line almost all around was amazing. Look how good this is. Heaney 125, Danaher 119, Myers 105, Mackay 93, Bolton 87, and then the last one was Langford with a disappointing 39. But thankfully, even though he's had a poor performance, we are able to make up for it with some amazing performances elsewhere. Lukey Jackson looking like he's going to be a pickup very soon if Darcy is gone for a little bit longer. But forwards, amazing. We look at the back line, pretty good too. Sheasel, Sinclair, Dacos, Young, all over 100. That's what you want to see. But then we go to Dale, starting to play a little poorer, but that's okay. We can find something. And Blakey with a little disappointing performance here. But honestly, how convincingly they beat Carlton, I'm not surprised he isn't that involved. And then we look at the midfield again, like, this is not what I want to see. This is probably what ruins a top 18 score, is when you do not get any of the midfielders on this first page. When you don't see Green, it means you've done quite poorly. You see Dunkley was our best with 105, then 103, 95, 83, 78. Like, I'm not sure exactly how I keep managing to pick out the worst ones every week. It is seriously impressive at this rate. I'm thinking maybe I just go show season averages and then start picking from here. But then even if I did that, like, you're seeing that. That's not what we want to see. So I'm thinking maybe Dawson. He's starting to show a lot more form. Treloar could be a pick up. I'm not sure. He had 94 last week, so that's okay. Just off of form, I guess. Maybe we go Anderson or Rowell. I'm thinking Chad Warner now. He's starting to really catch my eye. I think Dawson's going to get a lock. I want to make a really big overhaul with that midfield. And then Ruck is Ruck. I do not know what to do. I want to stick with Gorn because he has so many good games so often, but the last 2, he's really made me struggle keeping him in the side. So I may have to make a massive overhaul in this middle area. But top 18 saw us get 137. It's so disappointing that's the case because we had such a good forward line. If we had just picked some half-decent midfielders, we'd be all right. Same with the back. We did good in the back too. Like, it's just so frustrating seeing us waste a good forward performance like that. Unfortunately, though, we do have to live and learn and move on because otherwise I'll cry, I don't know. But that is the round 10 team coach review. I hope once again you have enjoyed that one. I am going to kind of go to the boards and see where I need to make improvements because I am struggling big time now these last couple of weeks. I had many weeks in a row and now there's some good performances here and there, but people are starting to catch on to the trends, and so I need to try and get on board, get a bit of luck, and hopefully find ourselves a prize card very soon. But thank you all so very much for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Once again, join the Discord as I mentioned at the start of the video. Link is in the description. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.